Ravenflower here. Gosh, what day is this? I want to say it's like 63. I think it's day 63. I'd have to look on my phone to find out. Meow. Somebody's got to meow at me. I just got home from work. Super tired. I open tomorrow, so this is going to be really quick. I was going to do this as a live, but decided not to, just because I kind of got to get this out, and I'm trying to do this before I eat dinner, and after dinner I take a shower and I go to sleep, because I am opening tomorrow and have to be at work at like 7:30. So something happened not yesterday, the day before, and it was, I think I've been processing it quite a bit, and it's nothing that's bad. It's interesting. I think it's interesting to me. So, and I wanted to discuss it with you guys, just to get your thought process on it, as well as if there's anybody else that's struggling with it that could possibly, I don't know if this could benefit or whatnot, just let you know that you're not alone, and that stuff does happen. And yeah, so I have a very weird and difficult past. You guys have all known that, and it's been it's been a difficult past. Okay, so y'all know the ins and outs and whatnot. But my uncle, who, that is a cat right now making noise because she can, so I apologize. My uncle, who is now legally my brother. So long story short, my mother and my stepdad lost custody of me. My stepdad's parents then adopted me, and all my aunts and uncles then now became brothers and sisters, and so that's what that is. So my brother is struggling with alcoholism, struggling really, really bad, and he's been hospitalized and detoxed several times. I think this is 7 or 8 that this has happened. He's been to rehab twice. He left one rehab and decided he wasn't going to finish it, and then he went to another rehab and did finish it, but he's just struggling. And he wanted to talk with me, and he was having a hard time. He had just come home from an AA meeting, and so sure enough, I thought things were going to be fine and it was going to be a good talk, but he's still pouring vodka as he's talking to me, and I was just like, holy cow. This is not good. And we started hashing out stuff, bad things that my mother has done, my biological mother has done to the family, stuff that we have all suffered from. I mean, just things that she's done. Siggy, enough. That's enough. You're good. Sorry, my cat apparently really needs attention right now. Anyhow. So, he's pouring vodka as we're talking, and we were going over some things, and just kind of rehashing some memories, things that he had totally forgotten, things that he totally remembered and were good times, and I was trying to be encouraging and positive and, doing this stuff. Then it's been like an hour or so on the phone, and towards the end of the conversation, he's just like, one more thing. Can I talk to you about something? And I'm like, yeah. I said, anything. What's going on? And he's like, our sister has told us that you no longer follow a Christian path. He's like, I don't know what that means, but he's like, yeah, I'm very worried. I mean, he is drunk at this point. He's like, so I get drunken evangelism from my brother, who is an alcoholic, and just very worried for my soul, worried that I'm going to go to hell, all this other stuff, that I should repent, and, Jesus Christ should, is my Savior, died for my sins, and, all this stuff. I mean, I've been there so many times, it's wow. And there are some ways, having followed the Christian path, for somebody to have that talk with somebody means that they really do truly care about that person. So there is a part of me that is like, wow, he really cares about me. And I think that's amazing, because this is the kind of person that, you hear from him once in a blue moon. You always know he's there. He's, he loves you and stuff like that, but he's just not much of a, social communicator in the family. And, that's always how it's been. And so for him to say this to me was like, whoa, it was huge. And at first I'm like, wow, he really, really cares about me. And I think that's awesome that even in his darkest hour, he cares about me. Then, as it starts to settle a little bit, as, I getting ready to go to bed, and, all this other stuff, I'm waking up the next morning, and I'm talking to, Bear and Casper as they're taking me to work. I'm like, what do you think all of that is about? And, why is my path so important to him? Like, does he not understand? I mean, they don't know that, I don't think they could handle the fact that I'm sorry, I'm talking over myself. This is because I'm so like, whoa about it. My religion, they know I don't follow a Christian path. They know that Bear, talks about Viking and, that type of thing, but they don't understand it, and they say, oh, Viking, the old ways and things like that. They don't understand that that is a form of paganism. And they, in their limited knowledge, they think, oh, he wants to dress like a Viking. He's got the beard, he's got the this or whatever. So, oh, he's just playing around. Bear's not playing around. And he's been very out there, in people's face. He's been very transparent, I guess that's what I'm saying, about his belief system. So he's never disillusioned anybody in regards to this. So the fact that I'm no longer following a Christian path, they don't know what that means. They don't know that I'm pagan. They don't know that I'm a witch, let alone do they know that I'm on YouTube. Anyhow, it would probably crush them to find that out. But this whole year and this whole thing is all about me moving to a space and a place that is fulfilling to me. I'm not living someone else's life just to make them happy. And my response to him was, I really appreciate you, and I thank you. I'm over here playing with my tripod because I'm over here fidgety. I really appreciate you, and I thank you for, speaking to me about this. And I know that that's hard to say, and I appreciate you. And I said, I'm just trying, I'm finding myself. I'm finding myself, and I'm trying to be true to me. And I know that you don't understand it. And I tried to talk with him very briefly about what my belief system was, and kind of spun it more metaphysical or spiritualist, because that's kind of where the safe place is with people who don't understand our walk of life. And he started crying, and I mean, he was crying before, so it was just very emotional, and I'm extremely concerned about him. But, moreover, he went back to it, and he's like, I'm just concerned for your soul, and I just don't want you to go to hell, and, you're a beautiful person, and, it was just wow. It was just real wow. And a part of me is like, we can't talk religion anymore. And he's like, and he did say, I don't want to offend you. I mean, the last thing I want to do is offend you. And I'm hoping that maybe when he is sober, we can talk again. But this also means that, my older sister, my younger sister, my adopted older sister, my adopted older brother, and my half sister are all talking about my religious preferences and the lack thereof. And they feel that they need to save me. And to me, it was like, I'm going to be 44 on Thursday, 44. And, I was all these things, I was raised in the church. I went to boarding school in Wisconsin for Lutheran church. I did street evangelism. I mean, it's like I've studied. I worked with youth. I did a lot. And I know what I know. And I made the decision that I made. I started off in paganism or earth spirituality and all that good stuff because I couldn't deny the sun. I couldn't deny the moon. I couldn't deny the seasons. I couldn't deny those things. And when you lose your religion, what you thought was true for so long, you're like, I'm got to tear down everything. And now I've got to rebuild it. And what does that mean? And let's look at the things that I can tangibly, what I tangibly know. What can I feel? What can I touch? And I can feel the sunlight on my face, and I can, see the moon and the way it changes. I can celebrate Earth. And then I start looking into, the Earth civilization or the world civilization course, and all that study. And that was about a good solid year on that, and found, I've talked about this so much until I'm blue in the face. And I guess I'm just going through something. I certainly don't believe in the Christian ways at all. How I am struggling over here because I don't want to give him so much information, because what's helping him through trying to get sober is his faith in Jesus Christ. I don't want to diss him. That's not what my religion is about. I don't want to diss him and his belief system, but I also don't want my belief system, even though I haven't told them exactly what it is, because I don't think that they could handle it, and that's me protecting them in some way. I don't want my choices to be automatically wrong. But here's the deal. In the Christian religion, I'm automatically wrong. I'm automatically wrong. Bear's automatically wrong. We're not following the way we're supposed to be following. So therefore, oh my gosh, everything's gone to hell, basically, in a handbasket. And it's like there is no acceptance. There is no tolerance. It is a closed system. And I have seen other Christians that have been somewhat tolerant to my open belief system when I have had the opportunity to be open with them. But truly, they're finding a way. They're trying to find a hole. They're trying to find a spot to try to get in and save me. And that's what they're meant to do. That's what they train them to do. That's what they train them to do. And I am now on the other side of the fence. And to me, I'm just like, wow. I think I'm like, how many people did I do this to? How many people? How many people did I do this to? And when talking to our son, there was a time he didn't want to go to church. He didn't want to deal with any of it. And he's like, I don't believe in any of it. And I was so gung-ho at that time that I just thought that he was a wayward son, and he was lost, and he was this and whatever, or disillusioned. That's what my brother used, disillusioned. Somehow you got disillusioned, and I'm like, or I can now see very clearly, it's like, how do I support him without supporting his belief system? And that's where I'm at right now with that. And it just brings up all these extra things, and it's just a wow. It's just a wow. So that was very deep. That was very deep to talk about. And I think that my husband is almost done with dinner. I am gonna, have a nice shower, get to bed somewhat early, and open the store tomorrow and have a good day. And the next day is my birthday, and I actually have off for a couple of days. So we are going to, I think we're going to Seattle. We're gonna go try to see the aquarium. My son Casper's only going to be here till Saturday. So he wanted to see the aquarium when he was here last time. Apparently it's very world-renowned aquarium. It's pretty large, and they do a lot of conservation here in the Puget Sound. It's pretty amazing what they do. Research and fundraising and everything. So this is one of the aquariums that I really want to get behind and kind of learn a little bit more about. and see what work they're really doing. So I'm very excited about that. And I think that we are going to go to Seattle on my birthday, Thursday, and go do that and maybe have a tasty meal. And then we're going to hopefully go out to eat to one of my new favorite places. It's called Captain Whitby on the island, and it's this old log cabin resort thing, and it's just gorgeous. And I think I've done a video on Captain Whitby, and so I want to go there for like lunch or dinner or happy hour or something like that, and then maybe go see a movie, and that's the thing. So, and we'll hopefully go see a movie at the Clyde, which is this tiny little movie theater. It's this tiny, tiny little theater in downtown Langley, and it's called the Clyde. You should look that up. It's an amazing little spot. It has one aisle. It is like, I think it's like 10 seats on each side. There's like this little tiny cubby hole. It's like literally like a storage closet size of, where the popcorn machine is, and they have like 4 drinks that are available, and then I think that some candies. That's it. But you got to go in, you got to get your tickets out the side or out front, and then you got to go in, find your seat, and then come, go down the aisle to go get your seat, and then come back up that same aisle to go get your, stand in line there, because it comes all the way down to go get your food if you need that. So that's what I think is going to happen for Thursday. I don't know what's going to happen for tomorrow. There may be just some little video clips here and there. I do get off early, so I'll see what I can do. They are working on the schedule for October, and things are going to change around for me a little bit. I will be, after this week, I will be here at work for a full month, so that is exciting, and I think I get a discount at this time. I don't know, I start accruing sick time. That's nice. Let's see, but we're gonna have a new schedule, and that means that I don't have weekends off anymore, because I work retail, and in the paint department at the hardware store, it is very, very busy on weekends, and so nobody gets weekends off. So I have weekdays off. Tuesday and Wednesday is what it's going to look like. Right now it's Thursday, Friday, but Tuesday and Wednesday. So if we do live sales, it is very possible that live sales happen on more than likely a Wednesday night. And that means that I will be going live like 5 o'clock my time, which would be 8 o'clock Eastern, and that type of thing. So my next live sale is starting to come up. I'm starting to gather things. I am actually putting together my witchy room. You are looking right now at my desk, my office. I've got my little curtain here. So this is where some of the magic happens. And then I'm putting together the room now and starting to get my jars out and all that other stuff, which maybe that's what I'll do. I'll give you a tour a little bit of how far I've gotten. The shelves are in. Things are starting to get put away. We're starting to nest in here, and that's good. Okay, so that's all of the updates that I have for you at this time. I hear food being served, and so I am going to go eat. Many blessings, you guys. I'm sorry it was a deep one, but needed to be talked about. Feels a little cathartic to say. So, all right. Talk to you guys later.